Hey, my beautiful people. So, I want to tell you my third step of my health regimen, and it's the diet. Now, a lot of people know what a healthy diet is, reducing processed foods, reducing fat. But I have my own separate take on this and what other people don't add to their healthy diets that is very beneficial. So, let's start with the things to remove or reduce, but mainly remove, is reducing red meat. Now, I'm not going to tell you to completely go vegan or vegetarian because that may not be your lifestyle and you may only look to meat for protein, but reducing red meat can just help you be more lighter, have a lot more energy, reduce fat. Now, you could do like a little flexitarian type diet. Have it very balanced and don't overdo it with the heavy steak, heavy beef, and mainly just stick with chicken because I know that's a better thing for a lot of people. The next thing to remove will be coffee, drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes. Now, I put this all together because these are very addictive things, and I'm talking about recreational drugs that you don't need. But caffeine, alcohol, cigarettes, these things lead to more anxiety once you don't have these certain things at the time. Once you're off it, it can lead to having worse sleep patterns, having bad quality of sleep. If you also have caffeine, you have higher blood pressure levels. There's a lot of other crappy things about, coffee, alcohol, and cigarettes. Like, it decreases your mood over time, and drugs as well. So if you keep these things out, and I know they are addictive, and I know a lot of people struggle with quitting, I completely understand. But if you put that foot forward to try to eliminate this as much as possible, then you're doing well, and I hope you seek the help that you deserve to quit these things, and I hope you realize that these aren't good for you whatsoever. So the next thing I want to tell you to remove is sugar. So sugar just decreases your mood over time as well. It increases your fat. It doesn't help your brain function as well. So what I mainly mean by sugar is removing the ice cream, the cakes, the desserts. And once you start removing those desserts, you'll definitely start feeling way better, because sugar is a killer too. It can get you diabetes as well, and you definitely don't want that. Now, I've been doing the same. I took out all the excess sugar because, there's sugar in everything. I do eat cereal that has sugar in it. I eat like some nutritional bars that have sugar in it. But as long as you cut it out, the extra stuff, you're definitely doing better. And that leads me to processed foods and fatty things. Now, processed foods have fat. Processed foods have sugar. Processed foods have sodium. These are a lot of things you don't want to have in your life. Processed foods, just like Hot Pockets, they're not healthy, and they have a lot of toxic waste. It just leads up to a lot of toxic things in your body, a lot of garbage that you're adding in. Like sodium is the number one silent killer. It can increase your blood pressure, and you don't want that because that can definitely kill you and can lead to a lot of heart problems, a lot of health problems. So one thing that a lot of people don't realize that they're drinking and putting into their bodies a lot every single day is fluoride. Now, fluoride is a chemical that has a lot of negative things to it. So fluoride is mainly used for toothpaste to reduce your cavities, but I believe that it's really not needed because in the long run cause damage to brain and central nervous system. It is associated with moderate cancer risk, could increase risk of bone fractures, and it is associated with diabetes. And what fluoride contains is a compound known as hydrofluorosilicic acid. Sorry if I butchered that, but it is found in 90% of fluoridated water and is a byproduct of the process used to create phosphate fertilizers that used to be considered toxic waste. You're basically putting toxic waste into your body. And it may also contain arsenic, which just isn't good at all, which is just very toxic. My thing with B is to start with the toothpaste, having natural toothpaste, add that to your life. Take out the fluoride toothpaste, and if you drink a lot of filtered water, and filtered water has no fluoride in it, or very, very minimal fluoride in it, and I know it may be expensive and a lot of people can't afford that, but the toothpaste is definitely the best way to go because that's where you mainly get the fluoride from. And fluoride also calcifies your pineal gland, and your pineal gland produces melatonin, which helps you sleep and keep that sleeping pattern. The pineal gland helps create DMT. Well, it's a thing that your body naturally produces, but the DMT can give you a lot of insight, I would say. I never took the drug, never will, but that's something you should look up if you really want to know how to decalcify your pineal gland. But that's a whole nother ballpark that a lot of people aren't ready to get into.